Surprise, surprise. I am working on a physical flight attendant planner that will launch next year. A whole year went by and I've never heard this from a flight attendant. I'm giving y'all all the tea because I'm like, why did the girlies not tell me this stuff?
Nani na na na, top girl from Atlanta. Nani na na na, Nani you a star girl, you will have it all. Booking flights around the world. Na na na, na na na. Oh, Nani you a star girl, you will have it all. Go ahead and show it off. Na na, Nani, Nani, na na na.
Hello, bitches! Y'all have been asking me so much about flight attendant stuff. For those of you that don't know, I have been on leave for about 3 months now, but I am going back in the next couple weeks, and I was like, let me show you guys all of my essentials because your girl's about to get back flying, and these are all the things that I'm gonna be flying with and that are my essentials. Your girl is trying to give y'all more flight attendant videos. I don't want to turn into a flight attendant girly, but I am trying to give y'all what y'all want. Give a little, get a little, you know, we're working on it. We're working on it. If you guys did not watch my original $600 flight attendant haul, go and watch that. My first haul was like things that are really, really good for you to have already. This video is going to be like, hey, at a year, what have I added to that stuff? I feel like the biggest and number one most important thing I feel like that would have helped me survive from the beginning, but is helping me survive right now, is my therapist. Just take the time out to talk to somebody who understands and gets the lifestyle, because it is really, really taxing on your mental health being around so many people. It's non-tangible, it's not a physical item, but a therapist is like a holy grail. The second thing that I'm gonna get into, shout out to myself because I made it, but something that I feel like you need is a planner. I have to have everything written down in a calendar. I came out with a flight attendant planner that is a little bit more tailored to us. My flight attendant planner, you literally could go on, like, say for example, Pinterest, if you're trying to make a vision board, and just download images and put your vision board into the actual planner of like all of your goals for the year and things about flying. Just very, very organized, but set into a flight attendant kind of way, like things that we would like. Not only can you add in personal items, but you can add in so much more stuff like A-days and training and flight pays and all of these breakdowns that are a little bit more tailored to like a flight attendant. And this is what I actually use for my planner. My planner right now is digital. Surprise, surprise. I am working on a physical flight attendant planner that will launch next year. I'm so excited. The digital version is what I use. So I use it on my iPad, and it's the way that I keep organized. If you are more of like a paper planner kind of girl, because I kind of am that, like I like to physically write it down. I obviously use my iPad and my Apple Pen to write everything in here, but I just feel like it allows you to have a really, really nice organized flight attendant planner. I use mine in GoodNotes. I can't scroll through too much because on the second page is literally like a entering your name, the company you work for, your employee number, just kind of like really, really cute things that I've added in, like no spin trackers, things that are a little bit more personal, so I can't show you guys, but I really hope you do check out my planner. That is something that I use to stay organized as a flight attendant. Hopefully you guys do stay tuned. When I do launch my planner, obviously I will make a video on it, but I am really, really, really excited about it. Having a planner specifically for the flight attendant girlies and guys. The cover that you did see is going to be the planner cover of my physical planner, and I'm just so excited. The other thing is going to be undated, so you literally can buy it in the middle of the year as soon as you graduated training and have a planner with no dates in it, and you literally can write in and kind of start wherever you're starting at. It fits no matter where you're starting, if that makes sense. Like it is daily, weekly, and yearly planning on the physical planner. So I'm just really, really excited, guys. Hopefully you guys are excited for it too. I like the digital version because obviously if I write something and I swap out of it, I can erase it. If you don't have a planner, even if you don't use my digital planner, having something to organize life with, because obviously you're gonna be balancing your work life and your personal life and not mixing up things and making sure like, hey, can I be off this day? It's nice to see it all on paper, and any work schedule of looking at it on our like work phone, work tablet, whatever you use at your company, you know that you can't put in your personal information with those things. So it's nice to have something where you can organize and look at your own things where it's all written out and organized in a planner. That's just me. Everybody has their own thing. Some people are like, I don't need a planner at all. So those are my like first two things that I feel like are really, really necessary in being a flight attendant at 1 year for me. Funny enough, the first bag is so beat up. The original lunch bag is still here a year later. She's a little beat up. I have definitely washed her in an actual washing machine. She's gotten a little dingy, but she still works fine. Obviously in my top of my lunch bag is my Hot Logic. These two are still major essentials for me. I am a meal prep flight attendant. There are some people who prefer to eat out. Glad y'all have the money to do so. I don't like spending my money on eating out at all. Everything is so expensive. So it's like, if you're not meal prepping, you're going to spend $20 pretty much per meal per day. If you think about getting breakfast in the morning, a coffee itself is like $6. Adding any sort of food, you're probably at like $12, $15. That's just breakfast. Once you hit lunch, everything's $20. Like, everywhere you go, everything's gonna be at least $20. When you add that up over a month period of time, obviously you're not working every single day. It does get expensive, y'all. This was one that was in my original video, but I wanted to emphasize that these two things were extremely important. I will stress it. I stressed it on my other video. I'm just gonna keep on saying it because if you are a person who does not want to go broke in this lifestyle, or even if you're a regional and you are not making as much money, you better start meal prepping. The other things, I don't have everything in here because some of the things I'm gonna mention are food items. Unless you're coming from Paris, you're not gonna get the high quality cream that you would like to be in your coffee. I personally like to bring my own creamer in my lunch bag. That is like an essential for me. Like every single time I'm leaving the house with my lunch bag, I'm double checking that there are creamers in because I hate the taste of coffee when it doesn't have the cream that I like in it. Important. Then inside of my actual lunch bag, I have a utensil container or whatever. I actually ordered 2 more of these for when I go back to work. Pretty much has a stainless steel fork, knife, spoon, straw, chopsticks. They're really inexpensive. I think they're like $12 on Amazon, but I like to have one that I can just rewash. You could also throw plastic in the inside, but just having some sort of utensil, because the worst thing ever, guys, I was going to eat my oatmeal in the morning that I brought with me. I normally keep packets of oatmeal. Obviously you're on the plane, they have cups, dump it in there, add hot water. I have my oatmeal and I'm like, I have no spoon. So I ended up eating my oatmeal with 2 coffee stirs and was just like shoveling it in that way. And that is the life of a flight attendant. Like, you are gonna have days like that, but it is nice if you have your own silverware. You never ever have to worry about like those kind of moments. That's everything with my lunchbox. The other thing, it's not in my lunchbox, but that I use, and I don't think I mentioned these on my last video, is ice packs. I use these nice packs. These are the ice packs I use, guys. Look at how easy this is. It's literally like a flat sheet of paper, and when you soak them, you literally just let water run over it or just set it in your sink with water. They puff up to these like big, like little gel packs or whatever, and you freeze it. 2 of these sheets is what I bring on trips with me. If you have a freezer in your room, you can literally just put it in your freezer in your room, or you can give them to the front desk and be like, hey, can you hold these for me until the morning, and then grab them in the morning, throw them in your bag. These I feel like are so much more efficient. When I'm done, I just toss them out. They are reusable. I personally throw them away because like if they get icky or whatever, like I don't want to put it back in my bag. They're also able to be cut, so if you only needed like a square of them, I just really like these. And then going into my next bag, first thing that I'm actually going to pull out of this bag is this water heater. I'm telling y'all, because I was asleep for a whole year. I just got this 2 weeks ago. Why didn't the girls let me know? The entire year I have been flying, and don't y'all dare, I've been drinking the plain water. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I am just a coffee girl. I'm a coffee girl. I'm a tea girl. I love oatmeal. To be able to find hot water in order to eat your food or have coffee or whatever. Even if you want to make noodles, y'all, like you almost like always end up relying on the plain water. I know flight attendants that say that they have never drunk the plain water. Whoop-de-doo, bougie you. So I found this, y'all. A water heater? The girls were slacking. The girls were slacking. They had a water heater. It literally is a plug-in water heater. This is going to be my holy grail product. I honestly think this is probably going to be my favorite flight attendant product I've ever had once I start using it. It's so portable. It has a little lift up plug where I just plug this cord in, plugs in, heats up water in 6 minutes, and boom, we're done. The inside is stainless steel, and it has a little steam cap for the steam to release out of. Who's gonna tell me? Now I'm telling y'all because nobody told me, because baby, being able to put bottled water into a heater, whether I'm in my hotel room and I wanna have coffee in the morning. Now, one thing, I have drunk airplane water, but I have never drunk coffee out of those freaking hotel coffee makers. That's dirty. That is dirty, and they do not clean those things at all. This is just gonna make my life so easy. This is gonna make my life so easy. A whole year went by and I've never heard this from a flight attendant. It has a little cup holder on the inside, and I've literally just been leaving it in here because I just got this bag. I'm giving y'all all the tea because I'm like, why did the girlies not tell me this stuff? When I first started flying, the bag that I had, not shown on my first video, but I did get the base tote, the large work tote. It is very, very, very nice. It's a little over $100. I loved it. Like I said before, it lasted me a really long time, even though I was rough on it, but the bag still got destroyed extremely fast. I really want to get another base bag, but I said I think I might switch to the base weekender bag. That bag is really, really nice because it has a shoe compartment on the bottom. But as a flight attendant, most of the things that we use are going to be replaced a lot more often because one, we're using them way more for our bags and everything that we use, but also there's just a lot more wear and tear on these things. It's not like somebody who's using this once in a blue moon, their base bag. I said instead of buying another base bag, maybe I could find a dupe. I found a base weekender dupe, y'all. Has the luggage sleeve to go over my Travel Pro. Obviously, I'm gonna go through everything inside of this bag. On the inside, it does have a laptop area. It has two different holders on each side for water bottles. So I literally am gonna keep this here all the time, obviously, because this will be my water heater. But on the other side will fit my water bottle. This thing is huge on the inside. There is a large zipper compartment here, two little net pockets on the inside, a zipper on the front, carrying handles like this, but it also does come with a larger carrying strap which you can like stretch out and obviously carry it a little bit easier that way. This bag is so freaking nice. This bag was under $50. I'll leave all of this in my Amazon storefront because I think most of these things I got on Amazon. This bag at the price it's at, I could buy it 2 or 3 more times this year and not care. I can put my shoes on the underneath part. The base weekender, if you were to buy one, it has a compartment underneath to fit 6 pairs of shoes, I think it said. I'm only gonna fit 2 pairs of shoes down here, and it has a little bag even for you to put your shoes in. This is so convenient, y'all. As a flight attendant, most flight attendants do have concourse heels. I feel like I'm gonna go through all these products really fast because I'm gonna like show products as I go, but most times you have a pair of concourse heels. Mine are Clarks. These are the 3-inch. I also did have the Clarks in the kitten heel, which I mentioned to you guys previously. I am going to rebuy because those are so comfortable. This I wear until I get to the plane, y'all. I have never worn these all day long. Once I get down to the plane, I wear onboard shoes. And I told you guys, if you are a flight attendant, you will have a pair of concourse heels and you will have a pair of flats. Unless you're a guy, guys can wear just the same shoes all day, but normally most girls do unless you plan on wearing the heels all day. It'll be really, really nice for me to easily have my onboard shoe underneath this little shoe compartment, unzip it and swap the two and be able to change my shoes really, really quick. Both pairs of shoes actually will fit, but there's never gonna be a time that both of my shoes are down here. Easy and simple, and both of my shoes are down here. This is really nice because if you do have like workout sneakers and you'll put your workout sneakers and your onboard shoes, because you know as soon as you get to a hotel you'll change, it's just really nice having like a pair of shoes here, easy. Honestly, I'm gonna give all credit to Base because they came up with the idea. Obviously this company stole it, but I appreciate them because now I have it. I don't have much in my bag right now because obviously I'm not flying. There are certain things I personally like to have, like a manifesting sheet, like just certain things that I like to have. I can't go into too much detail with things, but certain papers I like to have in here. This is not necessarily an essential, but I will have this in here with my laptop. Obviously you guys know I will be editing on the road. Side guys, I have a bunch of perfume. I also like to keep a Bath and Body Works spray in my bag. Obviously most flight attendants know if you are a want to be a flight attendant or your goal is to be a flight attendant, go ahead and buy one of these, baby. The Bath & Body Works room sprays are our holy grail. When someone uses number 2 in the bathroom, we're in a plane with no air. If somebody does use number 2, as soon as they open the door and swing open the door, your entire galley is going to smell like poo. The worst when you're doing food. Obviously, I try not to spray the spray if I am doing food, just because I would not want that in my food, but also the thought of poo air in my food also disgusts me. Use your discretion, but I like to have a Bath & Body Works room spray. They last a really long time. I've had this one for forever. I've only ever bought 2 since I've been working, if that tells you anything. I like to keep a bunch of perfumes in my bag, and because I like all the different scents, I think this might be a idea maybe for other flight attendants as an essential. It's not necessarily, oh my God, an essential, but it's something that I feel like I have to have, and that is atomizer. Little mini spray container, which is called an atomizer. Obviously, we can carry full sizes of all of our perfume. I literally could put all 6 of my large size perfumes in my bag, but just common sense wise and space wise, this is the easier option. Rollerballs are like $20 and sometimes more depending on the scents you have. I looked up one of mine, it was like $50. I was like, babe, we're getting atomizers because you get them 3 in a pack, sometimes more, and they're super inexpensive. I have 3 of these type of atomizers, which came in a pack together. And then I also have these 2 atomizers, which honestly are my favorite, but I only had 2 of them. These are a little bit nicer because they are a push-up. So as soon as you put your perfume in there, it twists up like this and it's super cute. It also pulls out. This is the 𝐤𝐴LEAVE vanilla, which is why it's so freaking dark, but it's just so nice. This one's like a higher quality atomizer. I just like the way that it looks. It's like a little bit chicer. And then I have one of my roller balls, which this one's the Billie Eilish perfume. It's just so sweet. It smells like sugar. I have all of my perfume in that pocket, and then the pocket that's next to it, I have a bunch of like random hand things, but hangnails, nails that break off, acrylics that break off, everything, and you have nothing to fix your nail with. I got a mini nail kit. I just like having all of these things in case of an emergency. And obviously all of these things are for flight attendants, so we're not gonna have as much of an issue with these as maybe other people will, but I like having a little nail kit in case something happens. If I get a hangnail, anything, I have something to fix my nails. Some hand lotion, hands get really dry. Then also I have a little hand sanitizer. Obviously there's really not much else in this bag because I'm not flying again. I do have 5 other items that I want to show you guys because those will be tossed into that bag, especially when I start flying. Get a privacy screen. This is not just for being on the jump seat, because obviously, you know, you're not supposed to be on your phone on the jump seat. This is just for your phone if you are in like the crew vans or things like that, for people to mind their business. The amount of times I have been on my phone and somebody be like, oh, is that your dog? Oh, who's that? If you do not have a screen protector that is a privacy screen, I would suggest this. But also if you're looking at your schedule, just like all kinds of things, you don't necessarily want people in your business. I think this one is like a 2 or 3 pack, but I also do have ones that I got off Temu. I'll leave those as well. I was about to show you all my travel chargers and realized that I forgot this one pocket because it has something inside. My mom also did get me the door lock thing that was on TikTok. This is just a backup if somebody were able to have access or a key to your door in your room, or if they knew how to get the latch off of the top. This literally you cannot open from the outside. It is extra security on the door. When all of the like crazy stories were happening of things happening, 2 different flight attendants had gotten me this, but it ended up being really useful. I know as soon as I get in the room, this is the first thing I'm going to want access to, easy and always knowing that it's in this one pocket. So about those travel chargers, I said that there were 2, but I actually do have 3. Travel chargers are so essential. 1, because not only do you have your actual cell phone, which I do have here, also you end up needing a charger for your work phone. Having 2 phones that I constantly need to have charged, having travel chargers are essential. My company did give us these chargers at training. I feel like our company made sure to provide everything that was an essential a lot in the beginning. This is a really convenient charger. I don't know what brand they did because obviously this is like a custom, but this was a really good thing that they gave us. I normally keep this charger in the bag that they gave us in training, and I keep my passport and my work phone all in this bag zipped up in my bag that I'm using at the time. Right now will be the dupe bag. Since I do have my passport here, I will show you guys that I got a passport case that has a window on the inside, have my COVID vaccinations as well as my yellow fever vaccinations in here. I like to keep everything together. The reason why I've left them out is because before I start working, everything will need to be charged. I'm pretty sure this phone is dead. It's been 3 months since I've turned it on. And then the other 2 chargers, my mom actually got me this travel charger. I think it came from her job, so this isn't one that I can link for y'all. This one I got for myself. I do like this travel charger because when you put your actual phone in, it does tell you the percentage that it's at. It's low because I've actually been using this to charge my phone a lot, especially doing stuff like this. I just carry it around like this. On the back, guys, it has multiple ways of charging: a USB, a iPhone lightning cord, which I think changes this year. I think it's gonna go to a Type-C, but it also has a, oh my God, where is it? A Type-C. It's just the most convenient travel charger I've ever seen. The last 2 things that I would keep in that bag, I got this off of Temu actually, a pill holder. If you don't take vitamins every single day, you probably don't need this, but I do take vitamins every single day. I take magnesium, I take a hair vitamin, I take a lot of vitamins actually daily. When you're gone on a 3-day trip, it's nice to have organization of the pills that you'll be taking or the vitamins. It does have bigger portions as well. This one I liked because not only do they have their own individual compartments that open, but also it closes and there isn't a way for the pills to escape. And then the other thing that I got, guys, I made a little emergency kit for the plane. Everything that I would need in the event of a mini emergency. Everything for anything with an emergency is on the plane. So that is not what this is for. This is more anything with me personally or someone on the crew if they need something, if an emergency happened with us. It's like my little pharmacy. You can make this your own, and even if you want to fill it with Snickers bars and you're like, that's my emergency snacks. I actually saw this because a girl was using this as a kit for her car. I was like, dang, I should have one of these for the plane. On the inside of mine, I just have some mint food on the plane, or if you bring a meal and your breath isn't the freshest, I've had people ask me for gum and I've had people ask me for mint. So this is really, really convenient. I also use breath spray, always keeping lip balm. I bring Carmex as well as Vaseline, Lysol, one for the bathrooms, but also when I get into the hotel room to have a little bit of a way of sanitizing things. And then a little cocoa butter stick. Ain't nothing like being on the jump seat with ashy ankles or something like that, and then you ain't got no lotion. Tums, I'm gonna just say Tums is self-explanatory. I do have Listerine mini things. Don't ask me why I have so many mint things. I just wanna make sure my breath, y'all know my breath never gonna stink. Mini Clear Eyes drop. I've had times where I've had something in my eye on the plane. I'm like, oh my God, do I go in the bathroom and like splash the bathroom water in my eye? That's a no for me. I'm over here pouring bottled water in my eye. It's a little too dramatic, so eye drops, so that does not happen. Obviously, if you guys don't know the difference between Aleve and Tylenol, just look it up, babe. You never know how you're gonna feel when you're 20,000 feet in the air and you can't open a medical kit just because you have a headache. Now, they do have non-aspirin, excuse me, on the plane that is accessible, but I just like to have my own stuff. Brands I know. Funny enough, I don't have any allergies. I have been on the plane before and had a flight attendant say they started feeling an allergic reaction. If that did turn into a serious situation, obviously, again, we do have medical equipment in case that happened. Just having a backup just for the protection of your crew. I do have a Tide to Go pin as well, because there's been plenty of times I have spilled something as well as crew spilled something. I've had pilots ask me and I'm like, oh shoot, I left it in my car. So now I have 3. I have one in my car, one in my bag, and I'm gonna put one in my other bag. Some Band-Aids, a first aid kit that was actually provided at one of our work events. This was given to us by in-flight service. I also do have Dramamine. I do get motion sickness. Just little things like that. I feel like I'm like rambling on these things, but some people want to hear it because they want to be like ultra prepared. I'm an ultra prepared person. I like to be prepared in the worst event of the worst event of the worst event. The only thing I didn't show you guys are these. I will drop the link obviously to these as well, but there are mini toothbrushes with floss on the end. The only other thing, sorry, that was in there were some Clorox wipes, the mini Clorox wipes. There are always wipes on the plane. I have actually been going to like Target and stuff, and I keep seeing like small versions of other things. So I literally am just gonna keep filling this full of like fun emergency things that I can just keep in my bag. I'm gonna have to refix this, y'all, because it's all neat and cute and now it's all like janky. This next item I'm gonna show y'all is an essential, but baby, because I'm not flying, all my cords are out, but I don't want y'all to judge me. I have a cord organizer with no cord. I was gonna say the next essential is having a cord organizer for you to keep the cords of everything. So obviously when I'm flying, I will put my charging for my camera in here. I'll put, you know, my laptop charger, everything inside of here, and then just zip it all up. I do have an actual separate set, and I would recommend this. Having doubles of everything. Reason being is because nothing is worse than when you were on a trip and you took out a charger because you wanted to use it at home and then it's not in your bag. So you have no charger. Having cords for everything, 2 sets, one for home and one for flying, so you never remove or swap any of them. That charging cord that I have with obviously the blue is, I feel like, the best, most prepared thing because it's everything all in one. I really do like that because it's something where I don't need additional cords to do anything. And then really quick, speaking on electronics, most of you, if you have an iPhone, will already have them, but I feel like AirPods are an essential. The amount of times where people in the morning want to talk, whether it be in the crew van, anywhere, if you don't feel like talking, having AirPods or headphones or something for you to be able to, you know, be able to block out talking to someone. I hate to say that, that's not the only reason. Why is that the reason for it being an essential? Times that I've not had any headphones, whether I be in the car or a crew van or whatever, and it's like something on my phone, like a meme or something, like it's just rude for you to like play it out loud for everybody else to hear because nobody want to hear that. And I actually really hate when other people do that because I'm like, I don't really want to hear all that you got going on. You know what I mean? Like, so just having AirPods or headphones for the electronics that you have. Other thing that I feel like is kind of an essential, I do keep my extra KCM card on my keys in case of an emergency. I personally feel like that's something that is an essential for me because I have left my KCM card before. I've also left my badge before at home. If you do not have a KCM card, all of your full-size things that you have now brought go in the trash. I like to have my KCM card on my keys because I know my keys are going to be with me when I'm flying. I also put an air tag on my keys. I know a lot of girls will do the air tag in the bag in case, you know, they check a bag, they're going international, whatever. I've never checked a bag in 1.5 years, but I do always keep my keys in the side of my actual travel pro, on my actual work bag. Wherever my keys are is where my bag is. And then the other thing that I will say that is on my keys that is an essential for me is having a bottle opener. I mentioned this on the video where I changed my keys, but obviously that was it wasn't a flight attendant video. I have been in hotel rooms and needed a bottle opener, whether it be for like a Mexican Coke when I ordered Chipotle or something, and not had a freaking bottle opener. Or when I've been in like Italy or something and they give us the free bougie water in the room and I have no bottle opener. So I do have a bottle opener on my actual keychain. My next bag is my actual work bag. You guys have seen this before. These bags are very expensive in general, but worth it. I've had my bag for 1 year and baby, she's still good. She's still pretty and she's been through everything in life. 1.5 years of flying and she is still, you know, she's a little dirty, but she's doing all right. An essential that I felt like was really important, and that is bag tags. I got these really for a graduation present to myself. I was New York based, so I got a New York based tag set. I do still have that set because I said if I ever decide to go back to New York, I won't have to get new bag tags made. I have to think about how many people go on the plane and have a black bag. The amount of times, even with the bag tag on, people have grabbed a flight attendant bag. You need to be able to look and identify your bag with a quickness. There are flight attendants that get bags that just say do not touch, or crew bag, leave on board, whatever. There are bag tags everywhere. Once you are a flight attendant, you do have access to crew outfitters, which they do sell bag tags that are like basic. Mine, I did get customized. Obviously they do have my name on them. And then mine does have my name on the back. So I like to have my name on mine. When I first started, people were saying that people will steal your bag tag off because if you are like ATL crew, New York crew, whatever, and there's somebody else that is also that crew, they can just take your bag tag. I never thought twice about it. I don't think that anybody will steal my bag tag, and if it's that deep, they could have it. I got them just because I like custom personal cutesy things with 4 wheels. And I actually can show you guys this. I told you guys that with me having a 4-wheeler, I did not like having a J-hook on. It literally sits on the front of your bag, and it literally is a hook where you place your other bags. It adds a lot of forward weight, so then your bag is likely to do that. I have 4 wheels, so obviously I don't want that to happen. I was telling you guys that I tend to get bags that stack upward. This is what I was meaning, like this. So everything is stacked up high. Obviously when there's weight in here, there is no tilting. So much weight on the forward top that it's not toppling over, and that was the biggest thing for me. This is what I meant by with 4 wheels you can stack upward rather than putting all the weight on the front of your bag. But I did want to show you guys the toiletry bags that I do have now. I do plan on doing some videos coming up of how I am going to pack. You guys will kind of see how I pack and prep and get ready when I am on a trip. I always have to have a makeup bag, y'all. As a flight attendant, again, we can carry full size. There is no limit. I could literally carry a gallon of sweet tea with me, but size wise, it is smarter to have smaller versions of everything. I like to keep all of the small mini versions of things. The red lipstick I brought here to show y'all. This is actually in my other pile for essentials, but I'm talking about makeup and I can toss it in here. You guys ask me all the time, what is the red lipstick I use as a flight attendant girly? It's this one that I have on right now, and it is the Fenty Beauty Uncensored and Stunna Lip Paint. It does not transfer, lasts a really, really long time. I'm drinking out of this cup I'm gonna show y'all, but I have a little bit of my lipstick on the top, but you guys can see it like barely transfers. This bag actually came with the dupe tote, so those came together. This is nice. I put all of my makeup in here. This is the bag that I use for my makeup brushes, which I'm in the process of washing, so they're not in here, and then all of my actual skincare products. You guys can see there's a lot of stuff in here. I also like to do minis of all of my actual products. I do really like this bag specifically if you are going to get any toiletry bag. I really like this one. I got it off Amazon. The reason why I like this bag is because even if you are going to go full size, I used to carry my full size native body wash in here and the entire thing fits up. I was able to carry all of my full size products in this case standing up. The reason why on returning to work I will not be having the full size products is because I realize I'm a girly that likes to have a lot of my favorite products, and I realize when I'm trying to bring full sizes of all those things, it is really inconvenient to me. Even though it is allowed for us to have the larger items, I don't want to have to replace it if it gets lost. I have left 2 full-size body washes in the shower of hotel room. If you lose it, you've only lost a small amount of it, but all of these things I have the larger version of. I'm able to bring more stuff because I have smaller versions. When I thought about my bag, or when I packed my bag, I sat and I wrote down literally if I'm in a hotel room and I'm getting ready, I don't wash my hair ever in a hotel. If I'm doing my hair, if I'm doing my makeup, if I'm showering, lotioning, whatever, what are every single thing that I would use if I'm in a hotel room? And I write them all down, and those are the things that I have in my bag. I did have another one of their bags, but I felt like it didn't fit as much as this one did. But it has a lot of areas for you to place things. In that flat compartment, I do keep my African net sponge, and it's just because these dry really fast. They're antibacterial and they last over a year. I will link them, but they are just really inexpensive. I use these in my shower, but I figured when I start back flying, rather than using a washcloth, this is more sanitary and it'll be dry in the morning for me to place in my bag. I keep my international plugs in this side compartment. This one is just an extender of a regular plug, so I can have more if they only have one plug. I keep both of these in this little side compartment. When I graduated flight attendant training, our company gives you a travel adapter for every single country. It's like one piece, but it all like you unplug. It's like a, I don't know, it's really unique, but it unplugs to have the like every single country's plug. The only one it didn't have is South Africa. If you ever go to South Africa, theirs is specific, so you either have to order it online or buy it there. I lost the one that they gave us, so I don't know where it's at. I only have the Europe one, but if I were to fly anywhere else, I'm just gonna buy it on Amazon before I leave. The other thing that I keep in this little side pocket is an eye mask. I am very light sensitive. I also do keep this because if I am deadheading, or back when I was commuting and you're on the plane, if you want to take a quick nap, the only way is for you to block out light. And if you don't have a way to block out light with your hoodie or whatever, it is extremely hard to sleep. This was also a big commuting thing for me when I was having to sleep occasionally, when I was moved out of my crash pad, but not yet transferred, and I had to sleep in the actual lounge. Having a eye mask is an essential. Earplugs, which actually when I bought this eye mask, it did come with earplugs, but there are certain hotels, for example, New York, where it is a little bit louder. I've also been at a hotel where there was a wedding party and the person directly across from me was having a hotel party in their room. But again, commuting, if you're on the plane and you want to take a nap, if you're in crew rest and you want to take a nap, if you're deadheading and you want to take a nap, if you're in the lounge and you want to take a nap, having the combination of the eye mask as well as the earplugs is helpful. Sleep is something that you want to prioritize over everything when you are flying. So little things like that, and you'll learn yourself when you start flying. It helps when you realize the things that are causing you to have lack of sleep, to see what your specific necessities are over time. I am extremely light sensitive, as well as if you're in a different time zone. You never know if you get to a place and it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, but you're exhausted. Blackout curtains do not black out everything anywhere. It is nice to have eye mask or something that covers and gives you a little darkness in case of that. Down to my last few things. This is at the very end, so hopefully those of you who made it, you're just getting the tea that the people earlier decided to skip. This is an equivalent to the water kettle. I wanted to show it more towards the end because it is something that does go into my regular bag versus into, you know, my smaller bags. I got a travel steamer, y'all. It is a literal travel mini steamer. Having a little travel steamer, one, disinfects your uniform. I've never used the iron in a hotel room, so if y'all see me wrinkled out, just having a little steamer like this that is literally like a little water thing, fill it up, easy to empty, really, really small. Travel people should watch flight attendant essentials videos because we know, because we fly the most, what you should be bringing with you. I have heard of flight attendants burning their white shirts with the hotel iron because either hotel iron be too hot or be rusted or whatever. New, fresh, easy, and I'm giving you the tea because I found the tea. These last three things, guys, funny enough, I got them off of Temu. It's starting to get cold, so I got some little gloves. They're just so cute and black and chic, and obviously when I am wearing my uniform, black gloves are going to be the best thing. Last year I had black gloves because it was really, really cold when I was in New York, and the biggest thing, y'all, was not having gloves that had freaking the touchscreen adapter thing. Not only for my personal phone when I am getting off the plane, but also for my Sky Pro. I tend to fly flight lead when I am flying, and being directly at the door where all the cold air is blowing in. Normally you keep your jacket and your gloves on if you are in the front by the door and it's cold. But I also did get this cup off of Temu, a dupe of the Stanley Cup. This cup was probably like, I don't know, less than $7. The Stanley Cup is 47 or 48. I have been using this cup every single day, not working. I've put soda in here at night. I put a bunch of ice and soda, and when I woke up in the morning, it was still, the ice was solid. It's literally like a Stanley Cup, but it's like a dupe version. Top does twist. And with twist, it can open and you can put your coffee in there. When I am working, I tend to keep all of my stuff with me in the front because I have to keep everything close. I can be drinking my water, but also I have access to my work phone because I keep all of this up there together. I'm in love with this thing. Yeah, guys, that's everything that I have for my essentials video on a year in, technically a year and a half, of the things that I feel like I need. Obviously, this essentials video is a little bit more chaotic, but I just feel like I'm a little bit more chaotic in general. I personally love these kind of videos because I feel like when I was aspiring to be a flight attendant and then looking for the things that I would need on starting, there are certain things that are like, yes, you need a bag, yes, you need, you know, a lunchbox or something like that, but there are small detailed things that I feel like are little things where you're like, dang, I never thought of that, and that would be something that I would use, and I want to do these kind of videos for that. I know there are people out there that think like me. It's for you guys that want a little bit more detail into what the life is like and the necessities and things that are useful to us in our daily lives as flight attendants. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much. I cannot wait to do these flight attendant videos for me going back to work. told you guys it's gonna be teamwork of giving you guys a little bit of what you want, which is flight attendant content. You guys have given me so many ideas of videos that you would like to see. I will see you guys on the next video. I love you. Happy skies, happy flies. Bye guys.
Small world with big dreams, bad girl with big things. Nani, you the drip queen. Elevator a big deal. Nani na na na, top girl from Atlanta. Nani na na na.